We can confirm, based on the images provided to us by the authorities, based on the patterning of the bite, that it was a bull shark that was likely responsible for the injuries sustained to the victim at Elizabeth Bay last night. So I believe the swimmer was swimming off a jetty around somewhere between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. last night. We know from our bull shark tagging research that bull sharks are a crepuscular species, which means that they're more actively feeding during these low light periods, such as dusk, throughout the evening and dawn. So this was a potentially high risk time to be swimming. We also know from tagging and tracking research that we've been doing in Sydney Harbour, and we've been tagging bull sharks in Sydney Harbour now since 2009. And since that time, we've tagged 87 large bull sharks in Sydney Harbour, and we've found that January and February is when bull shark numbers are at their highest. Shark bites are really rare, and although they're very tragic when they do occur, and my thoughts are with the victim and the families and the first responders from the incident that occurred last night. However, they're very rare. The last incident that occurred in Sydney Harbour was in 2009, and that was at Garden Island, but a bull shark was involved in an interaction with the Navy diver Paul de Gelder. Prior to that, the last one was 1963, so there are very few interactions that occur in our enclosed waterways. But we know that bull sharks are one of the top 3 species involved in shark bites. So we have bull sharks, white sharks and tiger sharks that are responsible for the majority of our bites along our New South Wales coastline. Bull sharks are in Sydney Harbour in their peak abundance when it's around 22, 23 degrees in the summer and autumn months. And that was the situation, unfortunately, last night in Elizabeth Bay, where the swimmer was bitten by a bull shark.
I heard a sort of soft yell for help just outside the window. I looked outside and saw Lauren propped up on the ladder external to the harbour pool, trying to sort of climb in, and behind her was her leg, which was limp and all completely open, and a pool of dark red blood behind her. Straight away, grabbed my phone, started sprinting outside and called 000.
We're all reeling from hearing what has happened late last night. I want to thank, obviously, as the Minister said, the incredible health professionals once again in this state that have stopped at nothing to make sure that this young woman is given every chance to recover as quickly as possible. I know we're all thinking of her, and we can certainly say that on behalf of the government. I want to say a special thanks to that legend of a bystander who came in and I believe made a makeshift tourniquet. Thank God she was a vet, knew what to do, and actually stabilised her, we believe, before paramedics arrived on the scene. What a legend. Thank you so much for possibly saving that young woman's life after a pretty shocking incident.